Good morning, traders. So how we trade the Dow Jones today. Obviously the trade war is what's been spooking the markets at the moment, and what I want to do is that trend there. We'll have to look on the lower time frame to see if it's broken, but I somehow don't think so. Okay, what I want to do is just put the weekly Tekinson in, which is this level here, and that is, well, actually we can just fine tune that to this inside tail here, which we didn't quite get to. Let's get down to daily. Okay, so that original downtrend there has broken, and we have also fallen below Kijinson and Tekinson. So we do have a pretty bearish setup at the moment. But the one thing that is concerning me is you can see the buyers. See how the buyers were still stepping in here, and they kind of came back here. Was this profit taking, or were these buyers starting to establish themselves? So what we can do here is just add another level, which is the top of this cloud, and you'll see this flat bit of cloud. You can see how the buyers stepped in here. We'll look at the lower time frames. So the key element here is, was this a break? And I've been talking about this for a while. Okay, so was this a break of this falling wedge, of this rising wedge? Or have we just kind of settled into a range, a channel? Okay, so that's kind of the big question that I have today anyway. So that's going to be what I'll be looking at today to see whether this was a rising wedge or whether it is just a channel that is now formed. Okay, so let's just get down to lower time frames. Hopefully we can find some answers there. So you can see how the tails today anyway. Let's just make sure everything lines up. Okay, so we're going from there, not today, so this is pretty much last night. So you can see how the buying is happening off this level. So this sideways level, and then we've got a diagonal level here. We've got all the groupings of the oscillators right now. Okay, so this is, to me, is looking like it's bottom of channel. Okay, it could be a wedge. And obviously what you want to see is the wedge break, retest, and then a move to the downside. But I strongly suspect that this is going to stick into a range here. There's nothing else that I can see on the hour. Sorry, on the 4 hour here. Let's just get down to the 1 hour. We can see what's going on. Okie dokie. So a couple of things that I can see right off the get-go. So this is the first trend line that we kind of broke through and then broke back into the trend. So this is the original trend line, so that's one I'll stick to. There's a couple of things here. So this little rising pattern here, we do have a double bottom here. Okay, you can see there and there's pretty much a double bottom. We then have pretty much a rising wedge. I'm going to adjust that to there, and I'm going to delete this one here. Okay, so we've got a double bottom here. We have got a rising wedge, but we also broke the top of the double bottom. See how we've closed above it. So Yeah, so I suppose the jury's out. Toss a coin. Which way are we going to go? Is this wedge going to play out to the downside, or are we going to play the double bottom and rise to the upside? Now, there's a lot of uncertainty around the trade war at the moment, so I think what's going to happen is we're going to be very cautious today. And if I just look at what's happening on the futures market, we can't be down 1% at the moment. Just give me a sec, just want to refresh my data. Anyway, so there's a lot of uncertainty happening here. And to me, I'm not entirely sure how to play this one at the moment. So I think it's a case of wait and see. Okay, so the Dow futures, the S&P futures, and the Russell futures are pretty much flat. Okay, the Nikkei's flat, the China's slightly up. So pretty much what we can see at the moment is there's a lot of uncertainty and there's a lot of consolidation. So this is consolidation to me at the moment, and it could be consolidation for another push down, or it could be consolidation for a move to the upside. Okay, this trend line has broken again, albeit after hours, but what we're looking for is a cross of Dickinson and Kijinson. We're looking for Chickaspan to break through, and we're also looking for a twist here, which will give us confirmation. So I think what we need to do is just drill down even further, hit the 12 minutes. Okay, and you can see the 12 minutes has a different picture. So we did gap up, came back, and now we're ranging in this area. I would suspect I would suspect we're going to move to the upside, and I suppose the best way to trade this is watch price action. If we do get some bullish signals, any bullish signals, take the trade, keep your stops tight. Okay, because a break below this fractal level here is 100 points away, would mean a break of this wedge, which would then mean a potential move of from here to there, which is, let's just say 400 points to the downside. Okay, now this level at the bottom here is very big. So if we, let's just delete all of this. So this level here is a pretty big level, okay? It lines up on the weekly. You can see how it lines up with the weekly. Okay, you've got weekly Kijinson down here, but that's a little bit far away. At this level, and I can also just add this other level in here. There. So you can see how this level here, how massive this level is. See all these tails at the top on the weekly. So if you come back down to the hour and you have a look here, you know, it's going to take a lot to break through here. So it could take a trade war to break through this level. But for now, this is the level, and 80% of breakouts fail. So this is what you want to trade. You're looking for a long. It would be nice to take a long off this level. But if you're not long at the moment, you'll be looking for price action to give you an entry for a long. And your risk to reward here is actually not, it's 200 points at the moment from where we are. But obviously you can tighten that up by moving your stop below these fractals here. Okay. So for me at the moment, this is sideways consolidation. The cloud is verifying. We're in, well, we've just broken through Kijinson now. And so long as we stay above Kijinson on the hour, we should be moving back to the upside. Okay. So if this is a pullback, and I think let's just get back to the daily, and then I can give you a longer term target here. So if this is a pullback, then what we're looking for, let's just take the conservative view here, which will be from here. Okay, so that's kind of the level we're looking for, which is, can't see that. This is 25,500 area, and it lines up with this tail and this tail here. Okay, So that is kind of what I'm looking at the moment, and I think what I'm going to do here is put that level in, this daily trend line in here. This could be a bounce off this trend line. Okay, we did close below it on the daily, but we are back above it. So I'm going to assume that this trend line is still intact as well. So, and this trend line is very much a channel. That's not what we're looking for. So there's channel wedge, open to interpretation. But for me, it's a channel where trending to the upside. So the daily trend is up. So I'm looking for an entry long from this level. Okay, so that's really what my play is today. It's long as well. And I'll be looking for any form of bullish action on the lower time frames, preferably the 12 minutes. Okay, so at the moment, there's no entry for me at in this area here. I need a bit of a pullback, come and test some of these Brooks gaps or test these levels down here before we move back the upside. Okay, so that's kind of my play today. I hope it helps. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment. Love to engage with you. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers, man.